My dear student, welcome to eSchool channel. We are seeing mathematics of ninth standard and we are seeing chapter 1 sets. Before this practice set 1.3, we have already uploaded different video regarding practice set 1.1 and 1.2 along with theory of sets. In this practice set 1.3, we are solving different examples. First example, if set A comprises of elements or members A, B, C, D, E. Set B comprises of C, D, E, F. Set C comprises of B, D. Set D comprises of A, E. Then which of the following statements are true and which are the false that you have to state? First example, C is a subset of B. Okay, C is a subset of B. So C comprises of which element? That is B and D. So if suppose and B comprises of C, D, E, F. When we can say that C is a subset of B, every element of C, suppose B and D, that should be present in this B set. But when you observe that only this D element is only, suppose in that C set B and D elements are there, but in this B set B element is not present. Okay, only D element is present. Okay, that's why the statement is false. It is false statement. When we say that C is a subset of B, when all element of C should be present in B, but in B only D element is present, B is not present. That's why this statement is false. Then second example, A is a subset of D. You know that A comprises of A, B, C, D, E. A is a subset of D. D is A, E. Okay. When we can say that A is a subset of D, that means all the elements of A should be present in D. Okay. When we see that A is a subset of D, that D comprises of A and E element. Okay. And all the elements of set A are not in set D. All the elements of A are not in set D. That's why it is also false. That's why it is also false. All the elements in A are not in D. Is it there? Only A and E is there. Then third example, D is a subset of B. When we can say that D is a subset of B, D comprises of A and E. And what are the elements of B? C, D, E, F. Then we can say that it is also a false because elements of A of set D is not in set B. So it is also false. Element of A is not element of A of set D is not in whatever set, that is D. That's why it is also false. Then fourth example is that D is a subset of A. When we can say that elements A and E, element A and E both of set D are also in set A. Okay, that means whatever these elements of A and E are also in the set A, that is A, B, C, D, E. That's why this A is also present and E is also present. That's why we can say that D is a subset of A. This is the true statement. Then fifth example, B is a subset of A because C, D, E, F, okay, C, D, E, F, all the elements of B should be present in A. That is not present. Only C, D, E is present. That's why this statement is false. Okay, this statement is false. Then last, that is C is a subset of A. Okay, all the elements of C, that is B and D, should be present in A. Yes, B and D, that is B and D are present in A. That's why we can say that this statement is true. Like that you have to solve this example. Then next exercise, take a set of natural numbers from 1 to 20 as universal set and show set X and set Y using Venn diagram. Using Venn diagram. Here it is given that X is a set of all X where X belongs to natural numbers, and what is the value of X? X is greater than 7 and less than 15. You know that it is the universal set. That universal set comprises of what? It comprises of natural numbers from 1 to 20, of which this set is what? This is the subset comprises of value that is greater than 7 and less than 50. So I can write that in this rounded bracket, that is right from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Okay, so I am representing this with the help of this what? X. I am representing this as X as it is given over here. Okay, and you know that this is the universal set which comprises of natural numbers from 1 to 20. So I am writing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 are, this is subset, that is represented as X. Then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Okay, so like that you have to show this in the universal set. So universal set comprises of all the natural numbers from 1 to 20, of which this set X represents natural number, but its value is that X is greater than 7 and less than 15. That is we have shown with the help of this Venn diagram. Then second example in that Y is a set of all Y's. Y represents natural numbers where Y is a prime number from 1 to 20. When you calculate the prime number from 1 to 20, you know that prime number from 1 to 20 is 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 11, then 13, then 17, then 19, and that set is represented as Y. It is represented as Y. Okay, but this universal set comprises of what? All the natural numbers from 1 to 20. So I am writing as 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18 and 20 and 20. So this is the universal set. Like that you have to represent with the help of this Venn diagram. Then we have to move towards the third example, and in that third example it is given that universal set that is given as 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 comma 10 comma 11 comma 12, and here P is a subset which comprises of the values 1 comma 3 comma 7 comma 10. Then first what you have to show the set U and P's complement by Venn diagram. Okay, first of all you have to show the set, universal set you have to show. So how that universal set can be shown? In that universal set, this is the subset, that is P is given as 1 3 7 10. So I am representing this set with the help of these values 1 3 7 10. I am representing this as set P. You know that this is the universal set, and universal set comprises of the values this. So whatever the values in this P, okay, and beside these values, okay, no doubt this universal set comprises of all these values. So I am writing in this universal set as 2, then your 8, then 9, then 11 and 12. Okay, this is how you can show that this is the universal set comprises of all the values from 1 2 3 7 8 9 10 11 12, of which this is the set P, or this is called as a subset. This is called as subset which comprises of values 1 3 7 10. Now second we have to verify that what is P dash. Okay, second we have to verify, first of all we have to find out what is P dash itself is. Okay, so in that case P and P dash by Venn diagram. So whatever element in the P, okay, whatever element of the P that should not be in the that subset, beside this subset element all the elements should be P dash or complement of this P. Okay, so what is the P dash? You can say that P dash can be calculated as P dash is equal to elements 2 comma 8 comma 9 comma 11 comma 12. This is the P dash. Okay, so these are the elements of P dash that we have shown, and we can show that this is the P and this is the P dash. This is the P dash. So P is what? It comprises of 1 3 7 10. Okay, that is shown in this subset. And P, what is the complement of this P? Whatever element that is not present in this P but that is the part of universal set, that is 2 8 9 11 and 12, that is the complement of this P. So we have calculated P and P dash with the help of Venn diagram. Next example, that is we have to verify P's complement of whole bracket complement is equal to P. So when we calculate that, first of all you have to know that what is the universal set. Universal set is equal to, you know that universal set is 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 comma 10 comma 11 comma 12. So first of all we will find out what is a P. You know that P is given as, okay, P is given, what is the P? P set is given, that is 1 3 7 and 10. It is the P. So what is the P dash then? What is the complement of P? All the elements of universal set, okay, which is not the part of this subset 1 3 7 10. Besides all these elements, whatever elements in this universal set, all will be the complement of P. That means what? 2, comma 8, comma 9, comma 11, comma 12. So when we calculate that, you have to verify that this is now we have calculated complement of P. So when we find out complements of complement, okay, when we calculate P's complement is what? This. But when P's complement of whole bracket complement is P. Okay. By this 2, that is what we have calculated as, we have find out what is the value of P and what is the value of P dash. Okay. So P dash of dash is equal to P. From this we have proved that. Then fourth example, A is equal to 1, 3, 2, 7. Then write any 3 subset of A. You can write any n number of combination of subset of A. Okay. First of all, you can say that phi itself is a subset of A. That is, the empty set can be a subset of A. Then you can say that combination of 1 can be a subset of A. Then 3 can be subset of A. Then 2 can be subset of A. Then 7 can be subset of A. Or you can combine 1 3, you can combine 2 7, you can combine 1 3 7, you can combine 3 2 7, you can combine, that means 1 and 7, like that you can form different subset of A. Then we have to move towards the fifth example, and in that fifth example we have to see that what is there in that fifth example. Write the subset relation between the sets. So here it has given that P is the set of all residents in Pune. P is the set of all residents in Pune. M is the set of all residents in Madhya Pradesh. I is the set of all residents in India. P is the set of all residents in India. H is the set of all residents in Maharashtra. So you have to write that what are the different subsets. So I can write that P is the subset, or P is the set of residents in Pune. When we say that P is the set of residents of Pune, and when we say that H is the set of all residents in Maharashtra, that means Pune represents where? Pune is in Maharashtra. So I can write that Pune is a subset of Maharashtra. Can I write? Okay. So can I write this Pune is a subset of Maharashtra? Yes. When we say that M is the set of all residents in Madhya Pradesh, I is the set of all residents in Indore. Is that Indore is in Madhya Pradesh? Yes. Okay. And when we say that B is the set of all residents in India, that means what? Whatever residents in Pune, whatever residents in Indore, okay, they are also the residents of India. So from that you have to find out that which set can be the universal set for all above sets. Okay. So first of all, for this I can write that P is the set of all residents in Pune. M is the set of all residents in Madhya Pradesh. From this you have to make that what are the subsets of what. So I can write that P, or that Pune is subset of H. Okay. So I can write that P is subset of H. Yes, that means what is that? Residents of Pune are also the residents of Maharashtra. Residents of Pune are also the residents of Maharashtra. Yes. Then second thing is what? We can write that P is a subset of B. What does it means? If I am writing that P is a subset of B, that means what? Whatever residents of the Pune, whatever the residents of the Pune are the residents of India also. Okay, so residents of Pune are also the residents of India. That's why I can write that P is a subset of B. Okay. Then residents of Indore are also the residents of Madhya Pradesh. So I can write that I is a subset of M. Whatever the residents of Indore are also the residents of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, they are also the residents of Madhya Pradesh. And also I can write that I is also subset of B. Whatever the residents of Indore are also the residents of India. Whatever the residents of Indore are also the residents of India. Okay. So from this we can say that residents of Maharashtra are also the residents of India, and residents of Madhya Pradesh are also residents of India. So we can say that these two statement, that is, I can say that whatever the residents of Madhya Pradesh are also the residents of India, and residents of Maharashtra are also the residents of India. That means Madhya Pradesh is a subset of India and Maharashtra is a subset of India. That means what? Residents of Madhya Pradesh are residents of India, and residents and residents of Maharashtra are also the residents of India. Okay, that means from this we can say that from this above we can say that what are the things we can say that B is the set of residents of India can be chosen as universal set. So from this we can choose that B as universal set, because all other sets or all other residents, either the residents of Maharashtra, residents of Madhya Pradesh, residents of Indore, residents of Pune, all are part of B. That's why we can say that B as universal set or B is the set of residents of India, or B is the set of residents of India as universal set. Okay, like that you have to solve. Then seventh example, let all the students of the class is an universal set. That means what? Let all the students of the class is an universal set. Let A be the students who secure 50% or more marks in maths. Okay, so what is that? A is the set of what? All the students. The set of all the students who secured 50% or more marks in math. Okay, then write the complement of set A. Then you have to write the complement of this set. What is the complement of this set then? This is the set of all students who secured 50% or more marks. What is remained then? Whatever students, those who have secured less than 50% marks in math. Okay, the set of all students who secured less than 50% marks in math will be the complement of this A. So this is the A set and this is the complement of this. This is called as what? A dash is what? Complement of A. It is called as complement of A. Like that you have to solve different examples. Okay, you have to solve the different examples, and we have to see now the sixth example, that which set of numbers could be the universal set for the given below. Okay, so here some sets are given and we have to find that which set of numbers could be the universal set for the given below. If suppose A is equal to what? Set of multiple of 5. So I can write this set as A is multiple of 5. I can write this set as A is equal to what? A is the set of multiple of 5, 5, 10, 15, going on. Then I can write set B as multiple of 7, 7, 14, 21, and so on. Then I can write the C set as multiple of 12, 36, and so on. Okay, so these are the given set. So from this set we have to find that which set of numbers could be the universal set for the given below. Which set will be the universal set for this all the sets? You know that all these sets comes under which set? You know that first set we have learned about the set of natural numbers, that is n is represented as set of natural numbers. It can be 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then we have set of whole numbers. You know that set of whole numbers, that is the second, that all whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And third is what? Set of integers, that is also comprises of all this. That means in that set we can write the set of integers as this is the positive integer 0, 1, 2, it is going on, and negative integer -1, -2, minus 3 and so on. So when you just see that all these sets A, B, C, okay, these sets A, B and C are the subsets of, so set A, B and C are the subset of what? All these set N, W and I. Subset of N, W and I. Okay. So N, W or I can be taken as, so N, W or I can be taken as universal set for set A, B and C. Okay. So next is what? Second example, P set of integers which are multiple of 4. So I am writing this set of integers which is multiple of 4, that is 4, 8, 12, okay, like that. Then T is a set of all even square numbers. So I can write that T is equal to all even square numbers, right from 2 square, 4 square, 6 square, 8 square and like that. So what will be the universal set for this P and T? Again you know that you have a set of natural numbers. You have set of natural numbers which comprises of numbers from 1, 2, 3 and so on. You have set of whole numbers which comprises of 0, 1, 2, 3 and set of integers which comprises of positive integer 0, 1, 2, 3 so on, and negative integer -1, -2 and so on. So we can say that any of the sets N, W or I, so any of the sets either N, W or I can be taken as universal set. It can be taken as universal set